everybody, it's Kate Dillon with Crate Insider. Today I'm here with Neal McPhillips from Hooker Harness. I'm sitting in a racing seat because we want to show off the cool features of the Hooker Harness seatbelt system. So tell us a little bit more about what we got going on here, Neal.
So we're going to go ahead and we're going to get Kate all strapped in to our ratchet system. We'll kind of show you how all that works. Obviously, let's just get the obvious out of the way. The seat's a little big for her, like her shoulders are inside the rib cage, right? I got it, but at least you're going to get the idea of what's going on. A lot of folks have never seen our ratchet system, so it is carried by Crate Insider. So Kate came by, and we're going to show you how it works today, and let's get to it.
All right, great.
So the seatbelts are going to go on just kind of similar to everything we normally do when we get connected here. So I'm going to pause for just a second. If Kate has anything to say, I'm just going to get everything kind of started like your normal seatbelts would start being connected. So
great. Yeah, we're good to go. And I believe this is a 5-point system, right?
It is a 5-point system. We are going to grab everything like we normally do. We're going to start with left, middle, and right, just like we do on all regular type systems. This looks a little odd because I'm starting it way out to the left for Kate here, but we're going to take that up in just a second. So we'll show you the ratchet in just a moment. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little pre-tension on the seatbelts first, just so you can see that it's rolling into her hips really nicely. This is loose, these are loose, and we're gonna keep this into her hips kind of nice here. What we're gonna do is our systems generally have a crotch strap in them as well that has an adjuster. So when we pull this, what it's gonna do is it's gonna stop the seatbelts from being pulled up into your stomach when you tighten the shoulder harness. So you can see I've kind of got this tight now. I've got decent tension here, which kind of is probably about as much tension as you'd normally have in a standard set of belts. And then I'm going to go ahead and just going to get the shoulder harnesses kind of tightened up for her here. So you can see it's finding its way nicely to her hips here. This part is getting tight. The shoulder's getting pretty tight, right? And you can still see, if you look on the side, you can still see that there's a pretty good amount of looseness here. That would be very typical of any type of regular standard system. So what we're going to do is we're just going to give her a few clicks on the ratchet here. And you can see that it's kind of pulling her in the seat. What I'll do is I'm going to turn Kate for just a second to let her push against my hand to make sure she's pushed back in the seat against the back of it. Okay. You can see it's nice on her hips. We're going to straight line here. We've gotten some of that tension out of it. I honestly would probably race more in like this situation, maybe one more click. I won't kill Kate here today, but you can see I'm nice and straight here, even though I started out way to the left. I've got a little bit of looseness here because I tightened her in even more, but you can see everything looks great right on her hips. The awesome thing with this system is these shoulder harnesses are also the new style where they're clamping versus knurled. So literally with one hand, you can loosen these. Right? So like under a red flag, you might just loosen to just kind of let yourself relax a little bit. We'll never loosen this under racing conditions. When you're ready to go back racing, we're going to go ahead and we're going to make it pretty tight here, Kate. Sorry. So I want to make it like where I normally would be because I want to show you where we would be. So we're really tight now. Everything's good and snug. I'm sure she feels the back of her back is against the back of the seat really well. But I'm going to have Kate release the latch on the right side just to show you what happens with all this tension. So just pull up here, Kate. Okay. And you can see all the extra tension that's on the system. It already kind of blows up because all of the tension on the system. You can see this looks a little crazy. It's probably above her belly button now. If I tried to shove these back together, I would never get that back together. That's all that extra tightness I can do with the ratchet versus a standard set of seatbelts. So really awesome system. We've had this system. We designed it in 2001. So we're over 20 years running this system. It's super durable. And the awesome part is when it expires, we can also get it shipped back. We can re-web with all new webbing and send it back out to you with new tags. It's just an amazing system for us.
Well, and you know, I have to say the feedback that I've gotten from racers too, that when they switch over to Hooker belts, because they're so much tighter in the seat, they actually never knew how loose in the seat they were before. And if you were fighting just to kind of stay in your seat, you know, and you're rolling around all over the place on the racetrack, you're distracted from being able to just be part of the car, and I'm sure you've experienced this as well.
Yeah, so I don't want to drop any names, but I've had numerous people tell me over the years, including myself, I was very limited racing, I was no good, but I wanted to be secure in the seat. But some really high profile racers have told me that they've actually gotten faster when they use the ratchet belts, because if they're having this sensation now where they're like loose, they actually know that it's the car versus they're just loose in the seat. So it's actually let them dial in the car a little better. And I know that sounds crazy. It's nothing I ever thought about when we rolled this system out, but that's great feedback that we get from our customers. We also have gotten great feedback, like on the right side here. We generally want to put an adjuster in there now so I can move that right side if, like, maybe for some reason Kate and I fit in the same seat. I could actually use the same set of belts in the car without having to take the seat out, remove any bolts. I can adjust everything from inside the car. So I'm going to move you just down a little bit so you can see, like, this right side. I can actually loosen this, and I could let myself get in that same seat. I can loosen the ratchet on this side to let this part out. And obviously this is adjustable and these are adjustable. So I can adjust all 5 pieces from inside the seat, which is spectacular if you ever have a situation where there's 2 drivers that are driving the same car.
Well, and I love working with Hooker Harness. Been working with you guys for years. You've always taken great care of my customers. So if you guys need some belts, check us out, CrateInsider.com. Just know that each of these belts are always made, custom made. I don't have them sitting on the shelf because we want to have the most, the best dates for you, and we want to have your custom belts made for you.
Yeah, if we can talk about that for just 1 second, Kate. Obviously you can order from Crate Insider. There are other places we can get it as well. You can get direct. But the one thing I want to point out is the way that SFI does the tags now, everything you order from December of this year, or last year, to June of this year has the same exact date on it, right? So what that means is, racers, please, 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 I'm coming at you. Don't wait until the night before, 2 days before, a week before you go racing. You're not getting any extra time out of the belts. Everything we have right now is dated for June of 26. So that means you're going to get all of 24 racing season, all of 25 racing season, and you're going to get the start of the 26 racing season for everything ordered from December of 24 through June, 23 through June of 24. So don't wait. Get your orders in now. Get them out there. Get them in. You're not going to save yourself any money. You're not going to save yourself get any extra time on the belts. So.
Yeah. And there might be a reason, but they are still custom, and we still need to know what kind of car they're going into, whether it's a dirt late model or a modified. That does make a difference.
Yeah, so the type of car, the manufacturer of the car, right? Different anchor points, different ways we attach, and then obviously different colors. You can see the blue and pink here to stand out for the show. We can do simple things like black, but I don't have a stock of blue and pink on the shelf. It might take me 10 years to sell that. That's a custom color. We're going to build it when you order it, and feel free to order any custom colors that you want.
So thanks so much for watching, and I've enjoyed this time. Thank you for taking your time with me today, Neal, and order those hookers, because hookers save lives.
Thanks, Kate.